So, scrolling through the farms online, as I do when I have a spare moment, I came upon something strange. And I'm not sure if it's my imagination or not. So, I need your help. I need you to see if you agree with what I suspect or not. So you need to keep watching to find out if this is my imagination or if what I suspect is the case. That's the question today. Okay, so Tony, all of the way over there in America, what do you think about your mother wanting to move to Portugal and retire there and buy a farm?
I think it's cool to to try to do something different and retire somewhere. I'm only hesitant because you'll be far away from all your family, which is always sad because you got family in South Africa and now I'm moved to the States, so I'm over here. So us visiting you, you might get lonely unless you make a lot of farmer friends and your neighbors and whatnot. So I'm always scared about that.
I guess one does all kinds of things to start preparing for when I start my homestead next year. So um, I've been made butternut soup. So I have washed off the seeds and I'm drying them on a paper towel, and I will then put these in an envelope and keep them for when I have the farm by next year so that I can plant them and grow butternut.
And then I'm also I'm happy because you told me that the cost of living there is cheap, so that's good. And if you get, a pension and whatnot from your current job, then that would be good as well. So as long as you can sustain yourself, that's I only worry about you being able to sustain yourself. You have to be able to grow your own plants. So you got to make sure you get a farm that has fertile soil, because a lot of those farms that I've seen in the videos, they look very arid.
So note the property ID number and the price and the little heading over there on that property. And look at the next one. Notice the price, the little heading, and the property ID number. And I want you to now have a look at the description. That's for property one. And have a look at the description for property two. So it looks like two different properties. Another part of my preparing for when I get my farm is I've started growing avocados, and you can see it now seems like little leaves are coming. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be transplanting these into bigger pots, and then I've got other avocado seeds I've been growing that I will then put into these pots. You can see this one is a late bloomer. It's only just started growing the shoot that's coming out. But these other ones are doing well. This is the one that seems to have twins. But this one is the star at the moment. So I'm busy looking at farms, and I see this one with this house or building, whatever it is. And I look at this and I think, I'm sure I've seen this before. Is this maybe just a common style or what? I've definitely seen this before on another farm that I've looked at. And I click along and I think, no, this part over here looks very familiar. I'm sure I've seen this. And I start scrolling through and I think, okay, maybe it's my imagination. I don't remember seeing this. This doesn't look the same. That house definitely looked the same. And I mean, these wells and little tanks can be anywhere. So this is all like a little bit different. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was just my imagination. But then I come across this building and I think, no, I'm sure I've seen that building or something that looks like that building on the same farm as that other building that I thought looked familiar. But I'm still not 100% sure because the price differences between these two farms is quite a lot. So I'm looking at this, and let's just call this one I'm looking at as property number 2. Well, let's see if round 2 of trying to fly this drone is going to work. So I've got the app on my phone and I'm just going to turn it on. There's a light flashing and let's see if my phone picks it up now. And yep, there it's picked it up. I'm now connected. Let's see, I'll go to the app and okay. And so if I start it, oh my God, how do I put it down? Okay, oh well, let's keep it going that way. And I'm thinking I can see similarities between property number 2 and property number 1. Okay, so property number 1 didn't show a back view of this particular stone building or inside like this one is doing. But this picture, which is like of that brick shed next to the stone building, I'm thinking, no, I have definitely seen this before. Definitely seen this picture before. But how can it be? It's a different agent, and these are different photos from different perspectives. Looks like maybe even different times of the year. And that picture then, I thought, no, this has got to be the same one. Because if I look, I remember commenting in one of my other videos about, oh, there's this like the electricity box or something over there, and it looks like that's been put in. And I'm wondering, no, this door, everything looks familiar, but can it be the same property? Would you have two agents advertising the same property with completely different descriptions and vastly different prices? Would this happen? Does this happen? I'm not an estate agent. I don't know. Maybe some estate agents can comment below what the chances of this being. That house, that's the one that really got me thinking. So that was property number 2. So this made me look at some of my previous videos to see now where did I see this house before, and I realized where I had seen it. So I'm going to show you that now.
You know, so I don't know how fertile the soil is, because you can't just have a livestock farm and depend on trying to get vegetables all the time, because that's not always going to work, right? Because basically, because vegetables are very seasonal.
Yeah.
So I think that you should make sure you get fertile land, because it's very difficult to grow plants in such an arid environment.
And this is property number one. And this property is one that one of the estate agents that I'm dealing with had sent me this property, saying that he thought this is definitely the kind of thing that I'm looking for. And this is on my list of properties that I'm going to view when I go there. This one is in my price range. The other one is way out of my price range. So this property's got a different description, but this house, and there's that little thing that I recognized. I am sure this is the same property. But because of the different description and hugely different price, I need your help. If you can tell me whether you agree with me that property one and property two is the same property. So, whereas the other one had a tree over here and a tree over there, this one is not showing a tree over here. So, is it just because of the angle, or is it a different property?
Difference. And you're in Portugal, you don't have a job. You're dependent on yourself. You don't have any like big income coming in because you're retired. So for me, it's a lot harder. See, if you're retired and you live close to maybe me or our sisters, you have someone that you can lean on in case something gets bad. Whereas if you're in Portugal and something bad happens, you're in the middle of a farm. It might take months for us to find out something bad happened. We don't know.
So, if we look, the other one also had like a little town nearby. And this one's got all the olive trees and other fruit trees. See, that entrance looks similar. And there is this building, the other one. You see, there's that little box. Here you can see it was set in that door. What are the chances of having two buildings on the same farm or on different farms that are identical? You see, these pictures can be, and they didn't have a damn picture like that. They had a well picture that was similar. They've got different pictures, but they're showing this building now from the outside. But let's wait until they look inside this one and let's see.
Well, you're looking at southern Portugal, right?
Central Portugal.
Central Portugal. Okay. Because I know that, the south of Spain, which kind of goes all the way up to what the central Portugal would be, it's very hot and arid, because I just know that from the architecture that's there, because I've been to southern Spain. I've seen the architecture there, and I've seen how hot and dry it is over there. It's like basically, I always classify south of Spain as northern Africa, because it's very, very, very hot. If you've ever seen Morocco with the deserts and whatnot, or the very dry, harsh land, that's what the south of Spain is. And I'm worried that central Portugal is going to be just like that.
There. Look at that. That was the other thing that alerted me. Look, the ladder, everything inside where the roof is broken over there. I'm sure this is the same farm being sold by two different agents with different sets of photographs and hugely different prices. So, let me know what you think. Is this my imagination? Um, does this kind of thing happen?
No, I understand. And I already told you the farm that I liked in that other video that you posted. It was a nice farm. I mean, a farm with good irrigation is always nice. But Like I say, you have to. I just want you to doubly check and make sure you're not getting ripped off or scammed or getting some sort of hole in the wall. That's basically unrepairable.
So the one property is 31,000, I can't remember, 31,500, I think, and the other one is 18,000. So, when you're talking about for people with lots of money, that's not like a big difference. But when you don't have that much money, a 13,000 euro price difference in the same farm being marketed by two different agents is quite a big difference. So, what is the actual price of this property? I mean, why is another agent with different sets of photos marketing the same farm for a much higher price? I don't know. I don't know. And I think this is a good question to ask. And I think this is why it is important to not purchase a property just from photographs you're seeing. And I think why it is important to go there and see it in person. So, this was what I spotted today.
Because I know you said you want to live in a yurt, but this isn't Mongolia.
Yeah, no, I've come up with some other possibilities, but all depending on what I end up buying.
Okay.
I'm not too sure how you move it. I'm turning it around. Okay, don't hit the ceiling. Oh my lord. So let me know if you think it's the same farm or not. You can do that in the comments below. And please like the video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. I post a couple of videos each week, and I'm doing like a weekly video on my journey to buying a farm in Portugal. So if you can help an old lady out, that'll be amazing. I just want to grow my YouTube channel and help other people who might be looking to either travel to the places I travel to, or needing recipes, or wanting to buy a farm in Portugal. So, I'll see you on my next adventure. Okay. I don't know how to stop it now. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I managed to do it. I'm actually quite proud of myself.